Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. Four down, check, four down.
On first down, Tannehill. It's complete, Stills. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Mario Edwards in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. To throw is Tannehill. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Miami. 54 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They go play action here on first down. That's going to be caught. 23 yards on the play. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. In for the score. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. The first carry now. This is Johnson. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Hey, 20.
Off play action, Tannehill. Going deep here for Parker. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Watch tight end's right. Tight end's right. You got 3 down. Hey, Raider 2. Watch the shift. 6-18. That's up.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Carr. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Charles Harris in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this is going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. And out come the Dolphins now. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Out of the gun, Tannehill dumping it off for Johnson. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. Tannehill now already over 150 yards through the air in the opening quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Go, go.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Going deep here for Stills. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Johnson. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Here we go.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. The pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down.
Set. Route 20.
They snap it to Tannehill. It's complete to Grant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Tannehill now 8 of 11 in this 1st half. He's got it 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air again, Tannehill. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. This defense porous so far in this 1st quarter. They face another 1st and goal.
He's crashing. He's checking crab.
Tannehill throwing again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Hey, 20. Hey! Here we go. Tiger. Play.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Being chased out left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off inside the 5. They were looking for Johnson that time. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey. You got 3 down. 180.
Now Mack. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And the tackle there will go to Charles Harris.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Alert. 3 down.
Shotgun now for Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Dolphins have got it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill flushed it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sanders' kick is good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave him exactly what they needed.
Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So out come the Raiders. You know, Charles, season winding down. Time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
We got to step it up. Switch. Hey, here we go. Mike Express.
Throwing on first down is Carr. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
We got three, fellas.
They'll run with Mack, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Carr. Amaro's got it, left side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Yep. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Tannehill on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
On second down, here's Tannehill looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Covers that time by Aaron Colvin.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking that time for Stills, and it's second down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Back to the air. Tannehill on second down. And the Raiders have got him. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long.
Hey, 20. Check 31. Ready, hunt.
Now Tannehill. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Here's Matt Hawk now as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Forced out to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come upon halftime here in weeks. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fairly short kick taken at the 14 here. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Down! 180!
59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing now is Carr. Flush to his right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
That's it!
They do go for it. It's Carr. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
White Monday down!
Hey. We got 3. 3 down.
Carr now on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a carry from Mack. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
7:34.
Alert. 3 down.
6:37.
Check 59.
6:94.
59, Mike to 59.
Express.
Nice, sweetheart.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Now some confusion offensively here as Carr's going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on here to punt it away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Defense, got the lead. Yeah.
We've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Here's Tannehill, and he finds a man on the crossing route. The 40, the 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill, and the Dolphins have got it on cruise control.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Mike's 59. Let's go.
A run by Mack to start the drive. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Get down, get down. We waiting.
We got 3.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. The Raiders on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
4 down, 4 down.
Purdue.
Hey, check.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he finds Jason Morrow. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
24. Hey, 7:34.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Back live here now in Salt Lake City. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Bunch formation.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here now, Johnny Townsend. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. Because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Here we go.
Key to tight end. Key to tight end. Hey, we got.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Sanders on for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On first down, Carr. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Down. 180. Purdue.
On second down, here's Carr. And over the middle here, Amaro. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Here we go.
Carr now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. First and 10. Operating from the gun. Carr. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Carr now on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen at second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Carr to throw again. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brooks Reed in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Down. Blue 80.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
Blue 80. Cut.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Break. Double tight, guys. Double tight. Hey. 4 down. Go.
Tannehill going to throw it. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Clay.
Here we go. Jam.
On first down, Tannehill. Dancing to his left. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On first down, it's Tannehill. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Khalil Mack. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. To throw on second down is Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. This is intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Amaro's got it, left side. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Raiders on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Alert. 3.
Again, it's Carr. That's caught by Treadwell. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A Raider first down, 17 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He's to the 10, and this is caught. It's Cooper. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes. comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Now Carr. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. 3 down, 3 down.
Now Carr again. This pass caught with the full. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And the kick is good, so they avoid the shutout. But still a tough one to swallow here. They only post 3 points, and this game is over. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road,